Hello, it's Leslie Fightmaster. How are you guys doing, new yogis? So we're going to start our yoga for beginners today on our backs. And as you extend the legs out, just let your feet flop open, bring your arms by your sides, let your palms face up, and try and draw your shoulder blades away from the ears. Now, you're just going to lie here for a little bit, keeping the chin slightly away from the chest. Now, if your chin's way up high and your forehead's down low, then put a little pillow under your head or a little blanket to prop it up. But otherwise, chin away from the chest. Now, as you're here, I just want you to start to breathe in and out through the nose. Unless, of course, you have congestion. And in that case, please breathe through your mouth because I want you to breathe. So yoga practice is a lot about connecting our breath and our movement, our mind and our body. The word yoga means to yoke. So as you're lying here, notice how your lower back kind of lifts away from the floor gently. And your upper back connects to the floor. The back of your head connects, the back of the neck does not. Notice how much your feet roll out to the sides. So you can just kind of notice your body and how it feels on the floor, where it touches the floor, where it doesn't. The word yoga means to yoke or bring together. Now, it's kind of weird, but inhale through your nose and then exhale out of your mouth and put your hand in front of your mouth like you're fogging a mirror. And then again, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth like you're fogging the mirror, and then close your mouth halfway through, but continue to breathe that way. So there's a slight constriction in the back of your throat as you inhale and exhale through the nose. We call this Ujjayi pranayama. It means victorious breath, and we use this during our practice to help keep the mind focused. Now, point your toes right up to the ceiling and pull the toes back so that your legs are firmed. Bring your arms by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms halfway up, point your fingertips to the ceiling. Notice how your shoulders might lift up. Draw the shoulders down toward the floor a little bit. So the shoulders are right in their sockets. And then exhale the arms back down by your sides. Keep the legs active, toes point up. Inhale the arms again straight up, maybe a little bit further toward the floor overhead. Now notice if you bring them all the way overhead, if your ribs lift up and your low back arches a lot, draw the ribs in, reach the tailbone toward the heels, and maybe you won't take the arms so far up and over. There might be some tightness in the shoulders, and that's normal. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, release them down. So we're going to practice that one now. Take the arms as far as you can without letting the low back overarch and the ribs pop up. Okay, so legs active. Again, inhale. If you haven't already, reach the arms up and over as much as you can, but watch that rib cage popping up. Draw the front ribs, absorb them into the body. Reach through the fingertips, stretch out the elbows, lengthen, lengthen. We want to create space in the body. Keep reaching. The arms are very active. Palms are facing each other. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring them back down by your sides. Then bend the knees. We're going to roll carefully over to the right side. So we want to get up safely so we don't hurt our backs or anything. So from the right side with your left hand, press into the floor. Let your head come up last. Coming up to sit. And then crossing at the shins, let's make our way into table, hands and knees. So we're going to find that nice neutral spine that we had when we were lying down. Line up your wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. If you've got a thin mat or a hard floor, pad up your knees. You can put a blanket under there or a pillow or just fold your mat more. Spread the fingers. Neutral spine, so the lower back will arch a little bit, but don't let it go crazy. And keep the belly and ribs drawing in and up to keep stability in your torso. Spread out the fingers. On an inhale, bring your chest forward through the arms. Lift your chin and tailbone up. As you exhale, you're going to round your back, bring your chin in toward your chest, and draw your ribs and belly in and up. Tailbone tucks under. Toes point straight back, knees and ankles in line. Inhale. Again, bring the chest forward. This is called Bidalasana or cat and cow. We're doing the cow right now. Exhale. Now we round our back like a cat, like a Halloween cat. Pull the ribs and belly in and up. Chin in. Again, inhale. Chest forward. Keep the belly lifted even here. So we don't want to dump right into the lower back, but kind of arching into the upper back. Exhale, rounding the back. Now press away from the floor. This is a nice exercise to just warm the spine. And again, inhale. Chest is coming through. Tailbone is lifted. Shoulder blades toward the waist. And exhale, slowly round the back. Chin in. Tailbone down. Now take the hips back to the heels into child's pose. Now make fists with the hands. Rest your head on your fists, or if it feels comfortable, you can rest the head on the floor. Knees can be close or apart. If the knees are apart, belly can rest. Also, hips don't have to touch the heels. If it bothers the knees at all, you can come into child's pose with the hips off the heels. So this is a resting pose, but if you're brand new to yoga, it might not feel that restful. Having that pressure on the tops of the feet or on the knees might not feel so good. So if that's the case, just lift the hips up off the heels. Now from here, we'll extend the arms forward and stretch them out so the wrists and the elbows come off the mat. We want active arms. Spread out the fingers. Make sure the arms are as wide as the shoulders so you can look up and see. Then keep your hands glued where they are. Come up onto the knees, tuck the toes under, lift the knees up off the floor, stick your hips up really high. Press into the base of the fingers. Now back to the knees and back into your child's pose. So either hips to the heels, or you can keep the hips up. Rest your head on the mat or not. Keep the arms really extended, stretching out. We want to straighten the elbows. Inhale back up onto the knees. Tuck the toes, again pressing the weight up into the hips. Keep the hips high, knees straight, and then reach the right heel toward the floor, but keep the left knee bent. And now switch it, bend both knees, and then reach the left heel toward the floor, straightening that leg, but keep the right knee bent. Bend both knees, belly toward thighs, hips high, and then knees back down. Into child's pose. So that's Adho Mukha Svanasana or downward facing dog pose. Now we're back to Balasana or child's pose. The other word is in Sanskrit. It's the ancient language associated with yoga. Up onto the knees again one more time into downward dog. Lift the hips. Knees this time can be bent or straight. So if you can, straighten them out. Firm the legs, pull up on the kneecaps, but keep stretching the chest back toward the thighs. So if you straighten out your legs, but then your shoulders come forward toward the wrists, don't do that. Instead, bend the knees a little and stretch out your spine. Then, from here, we'll walk the hands toward the feet toward the hands, and we'll come into a forward fold. Feet hips width apart. Make sure the outer edges of your feet are parallel and hang down. Grab your opposite elbows, bend the knees as needed. Now gently just rock the torso from side to side. If you can straighten your legs, go ahead. Pull up on the kneecaps from the quadricep muscles and shift the weight toward the balls of the feet. Then grab your hips with a little bend in the knees. Inhale, come up all the way with a long spine. And now we're going to practice Tadasana, mountain pose. So come toward the front of the mat. Take your big toes together, your heels slightly apart. If that doesn't feel stable, take your feet hips width apart. Now we're going to press into the feet. So finding the base of the big toes, the base of the little toes, the inner heel, the outer heel. Press firmly there and then start to lift away from the floor with your arches. Press your thighs back, firm the leg muscles. Then we still want that nice neutral pelvis. So inner thighs will spin back, but not so much that your buns stick out. So drop your tailbone down, lift your hip bones up. But then watch that you don't come too far forward. So the hip bones lift up, but if they come too far up, then you're scooping the pelvis forward. We don't want that either. So we want the pelvis to be neutral, kind of like a bowl. Pelvis is shaped like a bowl. Then lifting up through all four sides of the waist, widen the collarbones to lift the chest. And keep the ribs and belly in. Chin is level with the floor. So here in Tadasana pose, just close your eyes and just kind of feel this pose for a moment. And keep your breath steady. The bones are stacked on top of each other and in the way that they should be. And so when the bones stack up this way, it's really safe for the skeleton. Inhale, sweep the arms out, around, and up. But just like on the floor, remember the ribs want to pop out. So draw them in. Don't let your bunsies stick out. Don't do what I'm doing. Instead, tailbone down and lift the hip bones up and stretch up. Arms can be wider than shoulder distance. Try to straighten out the elbows. Exhale the arms down. Inhale, palms face up. Take the arms out, around, and up. Any amount. Stop where you need to stop to keep your ribs in. And you're going to lift up through the arms, but make sure the shoulders aren't hiking up around the ears. Draw the ribs and belly in, tailbone reaching down. Exhale, arms back down slowly. And again, inhale to sweep the arms out, around, and up. Oh, make sure, look at your elbows, make sure they're straight. Now bring your right hand down to your right leg. Reach your left arm over in line with your left ear. Stretch to the side body. Shift the hips to the left. Lean over to the right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left hand down. Reach through the right side body. Stretching through the side. Inhale, arms up. Now we'll exhale, arms out to a T. Little twist. Bring your right arm forward, your left arm back, but then press your left hip forward. So hips are squaring toward the front of the mat. So your twist is from the waist up. Then inhale, center. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward, but then again, bringing your right hip forward so hips square toward the front. Stretch through the arms. It's a little tricky. Inhale back to center, arms reach. Exhale, samastitihi. Now, I'm going to we're going to bring the hands right to where the hip creases are. This is where we fold forward from. So hands right at the hip creases. Let your buns stick back as you extend forward. And then inhale, come up, reach the arms up. This is where we hinge from the hips. So right at that spot, hips go back as you fold forward. Notice how long the spine stays. We want to keep it that way. Try not to round the back. So the tendency is this. Bending at the waist, rounding the back. But no, we don't want that for our spine. So hips go back as we fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Look up. Don't let the back round. Lead with the chest. Lengthening the spine. So we're not arching the back. We're not rounding it. We're getting length. And then folding in. Press through the feet. Inhale, rise up. Stretch up tall. And then hands to heart. Samastitihi. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Look up, lengthen, ribs in, belly in. Exhaling, hinge forward from the hips. Uttanasana, forward folding. Crown of the head is reaching down. Inhale, halfway up. Bend the knees, plant the palms. And now we're going to step the right foot way back. Now step the left foot back to meet it, downward facing dog. Get all that length through the spine, arms and ears in line. Arms, shoulders distance, feet, hips width. From here, come to plank, the top of a push-up. Take the knees to the floor, shift forward, hug the elbows in, lower slowly on the exhale all the way down. Inhale, peel your chest up, little cobra. Press the toes straight back, all 10 toenails into the floor. Pick the belly up away from the floor. Then to the knees, tuck the toes. Or don't tuck the toes, I'm sorry. Take the hips back toward the heels, child's pose. Inhale, back up onto the knees. Tuck the toes. Now lift the hips into downward facing dog and then walk the hands and the feet toward each other for a forward fold. Bend the knees here a little if you need to. Then grab the hips, little bend in the knees. Come up with a long spine on the inhale. and then back to the front. Inhale, sweeping the arms. Exhale, hinging forward, Uttanasana, hips over heels, crown of the head reaching down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, bend the knees. Now plant the palms, step the left foot way back, tucking the toes. Step the right foot back to meet it, downward facing dog. Keep the hips high. Stretch back, lengthen through the spine. Inhale, coming forward, and then dropping to the knees. Shift your hips off to one side, extend the legs in front of you. I'm going to come onto our backs, bend the knees, and just slowly lie down. Hug the knees into the chest. This is Apanasana. Gently rock side to side. And then let's drop the knees off to the left, looking over the right shoulder to twist. Nice, gentle twisting. So nice for the spine. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees to the right, looking left. So our yoga practice is designed to create space in the body and to keep our muscles strong, but our body also flexible, because a brittle branch will break in the wind, but a flexible one will just bend. So we'll allow ourselves to bend a little bit more, not just in our bodies, but also the mind. It happens. Come to center. And now this is Shavasana pose. This is where we rest. So allow your feet to flap open, arms by your sides. Let your palms face up. Keep the chin gently away from the chest. Widen the collarbones. If it bothers your lower back or your low back feels a little uncomfortable, bend the knees, put the feet on the floor, or put a rolled up towel or blanket under the knees. And now just rest for a few moments. This is where we allow all of the benefits of our practice to penetrate the body. And as you're just relaxing here, scanning the body again, just notice any differences you might feel in the body from when you first came into this posture at the beginning of your practice. Let's notice if you feel any more space. Notice your legs. Notice your hips. Take your attention to your shoulders. Let them relax a little deeper. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth to relax the jaw. Now let's start to make some movements in the fingers and the toes. Stretch your arms overhead. And bend the knees. And let's roll off to the right, pausing here for gratitude for all of our blessings. And then make your way up to seated. Press the left hand into the floor. Come up slowly. We're going to sit with the shins crossed. If that's not comfortable for you, then extend the legs out. No problem. Sit up as tall as you can. You can also support yourself with the hands behind you so that you're not rounding in the back. You could also sit up on a blanket or a pillow and sit your hips there. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. We call this Anjali Mudra. Hands to our forehead, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to heart, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And our hands to the mouth, reminding us to have clear and loving communications. We end with namaste, which means the light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. Thank you so much for your practice today. Namaste. If you enjoyed our class, please push the like button. I'm going to try and put together some more beginners classes, so let me know if you liked this one. And share it with your friends. Leave us a comment. If you can afford a donation of any amount, we work on donations because we want to offer yoga to as many people as we can possibly reach, regardless of their situation. So if you happen to be able to afford it, there's a link below. Thank you so much. Fightmasteryoga.com. Bye-bye.